All right, Friday at 5 here at the ODEI at Abington. I want y'all to answer this prompt. What do you think about blackfishing? Oh, it looks like somebody don't know what blackfishing is. They might want to break it
I
down.
don't know what blackfishing is.
All right.
So, blackfishing, in a sense, refers to the altercation of women who are not of color. They alter their appearance to seem biracial, multiracial. They gain a larger following. So they'll do things like they'll texture their hair, or they'll like use a darker foundation and makeup color to seem more reachable to everyone. And in a sense, they gain a larger following. They're paid a lot of times.
They do that a lot in like European countries like Norway and Sweden. They specifically have lotions and creams to darken the skin, and like I don't know if it's like a different idea of what's appropriate in their culture. Like I don't know if like, they think that's appropriate or not, but there's like a Swedish model that's like verified on Instagram and stuff, and like if you go back at her photos, you can tell that she's actually white, but later on when she becomes more popular, she starts doing the blackfishing. So
I've seen that happen on the internet, like on Instagram explore pages where I like see these models, and then you think that they're like multiracial, biracial, and then you go back to like their older posts, and you realize like this person looks completely different now than what they did like a year or two ago, and then it starts to get you thinking like, what prompted this? Is it for them to be popular, or are they like just appreciating like black culture? It's just a whole bunch of different questions comes to mind when you see.
Yeah, and also, I think the consequence of blackfishing also becomes a whitewashing of minorities, and then becomes a matter where minorities are like cast aside from the beauty industry, and they then are replaced by white people, and it increases white beauty standards because then it's like black people in their own skin, in their own products, have to even be white now.
like just to like piggyback off that, like the whole like makeup industry, like I said, like the Swedish model, like other models, they're being paid to wear makeup that isn't their own skin tone, but because they're doing the blackfishing and like stuff like that, they're like makeup companies are asking them to wear their products, which like adds to the whole like blacks are being whitewashed in the beauty industry.
So, like as an African American woman, I kind of see it from both ends of the spectrum. Like it is extremely frustrating to see someone like paid and praised for something that you naturally have. But then when we live naturally, it's not, we don't get the same attention, nor do we get the same acceptance. However, on the other side of it, I'm extremely flattered. Like for someone to go out of their way to try to look like me, to pay money to get their hair to look like mine, and in a sense, it makes me appreciate myself even more, because I'm just like, wow, somebody wants to be like me. Someone's willing to go as far as make their skin darker to look like me. However, you have to realize that not every African American woman will be on the same page as me. There are a lot of people out there who do suffer from insecurities, and a lot of times things that start when you're younger manifest in other ways the older you get.
1 minute.
But even the dynamics of it is different from previous blackface.
Well, that's what they're calling it. They're calling it the new blackface.
Yeah, but like this seems more like it's geared towards beautifying yourself, like white people beautifying themselves. But I think it's more like they're trying to make themselves look more exotic almost, and by doing that, they're further othering minority women, making them seem like they're not quite normal, if you would.
So then the question becomes, it's like it's no longer the just pure white race is no longer exotic or accepted as widely as it used to be, and then African Americans are no longer seen as like pure African American, but it's like now the accepted and the wanted race is like biracial. Like everybody wants to be biracial, everybody wants to be multiracial, everybody wants to be mixed with something. And you know, it just seems like nobody is, or a lot of people aren't happy with what they are. They're always looking for more, you know, so.
That's our 5. Let's come talk about it more here at ODEI. We'll see y'all next week for next Friday at 5. In the meantime, let us up, tell us what's going on, what's on your mind, what you think about our topic. Take care.